Today's going to be a really good class. It's going to be about how to never miss the trend. The classes that I'll be doing from now on, again, every single person. Chandra, I do owe you a shirt. I got you. A lot of the classes that I've done in the past, I think every single person we know about, you know, the VWAP, the 921, the TTM squeeze, that's the bread and butter that I use. Now I'm going based off demand, right? The demand that I'm getting from the earners. And right now, one topic that was off demand was the Heikin-Ashi candles. So what are they? How do you trade them? You know, why that may be your choice when it comes to candlesticks, and how they can really help you out when it comes to never missing the trend, okay? So what is Heikin-Ashi? So Heikin-Ashi, as you know, I do speak a bit of Japanese. Heikin-Ashi in Japanese means average bar. So essentially, when you see a Heikin-Ashi candle is giving you the average of the price. It's basically it basically smooths out the price action so that it can give you a better perspective on how to actually identify what's the trend. So the reason why we do these things is for various different reasons. But before I even get started, a question to the chat. What is the goal behind technical analysis? Why do we care, and how do we use technical analysis? Gene said confluence. That's phenomenal. Anyone else? Price action. What about price action? What do we want to understand from the chart? Entry and exit. I like that, Rob. To recognize trends on the money, Chandra. When to get in, when to get out. I love it. Direction, trend, behaviors, Amy, catch the movement and momentum. King Lattimore, you want to anticipate the next move. These are all great and correct answers, right? So at the end of the day, the Heikin-Ashi candles, they allow you to make candlestick charts more readable. I think all of us can agree that when you get started, when it comes to reading or deciphering any chart, whether it is stock, crypto, futures, or Forex, you want to understand the trend, right? You want to make it a lot more readable, and you want to make it easier to analyze what the actual trend is. So this right here is a quick comparison of a traditional Japanese candlestick chart and a Heikin-Ashi candlestick chart. Can someone in the chat tell me what's the biggest difference that you're able to see here on the chart? Less noise, trend, multiple people, less noise. Color consistency, I like that. Red down, green up. It's smoother, right? It's a lot smoother, right? Like you don't have those red, green, red, green. Everything is red, 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 red. Telling you what that we're definitely in a bearish sentiment or momentum, if you will, right? So color consistency, you get a clear direction of momentum, right? So there's a big key difference that we're seeing here between these two different charts. This right here tells us what? Lots of noise, green, red, and just look at this one. Red, green, right? Red, green. So it's a lot easier to plot and to know that at this moment, we were definitely in what? A uptrend. If we compare it to this one, yes, we were definitely in a uptrend, but there's candlesticks like the following, like this one right here, like this red one, that will scare people. Because the biggest problem that I see is that when somebody buys to go for a call, hence going up, you see that first red candlestick and you're out of the trade. Instead of staying in, you know, to understand the broader trend that we have, right? So it's very, very critical for us to, again, use another version, another flavor, which is the Heikin-Ashi candles. So when it comes to Heikin-Ashi, what is the biggest difference? The biggest difference between the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks and the traditional Japanese candlestick charts is that it takes the prior session open and close into account for the open. Again, it takes account the prior sessions open and close into account for the open. Can someone tell me, why do we care about the prior sessions open and close for the next day? Why is that a critical level for us to understand? Why is that a critical price for us to understand? Gene said support and resistance, 100%. Victor, it does have a correlation to ORB, a 100. I love that. Why? Because I know that made you think outside the box a bit, because now you have to understand that what ORB is the opening range breakout. Hence, if we take into account the previous day high and low, those are critical entries. Those are potential entries, right? So it's critical for us to understand the difference between the traditional candlestick charts in comparison to the Heikin-Ashi, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. How do you actually interpret the Heikin-Ashi candles? So here's what I need you to really pay attention. So green candlesticks with long bodies equals a uptrend. So again, green candlesticks, long bodies, it equals a uptrend. Red candlesticks, long bodies equals a downtrend. When we have a small body surrounded by upper or lower shadows, can someone tell me what's another word for a shadow? Starts with a W. Wick, phenomenal drop. Gene, Sam, Christopher, Mercedes, Tina on the money. And this means trend pause or a trend change. Hence, it means indecision. We're trying to find out where the market is going to. Now, green candlesticks with no lower shadows, hence no wicks, equals strong uptrend. Red candlesticks with no upper shadows means strong downtrend. So let's go ahead and take a look at a visual representation on how you're able to identify or interpret the Heikin Ashi candles. You see how it's very different? You see how the body's downtrend is at the top. We have a full body at the top and we have a wick at the bottom. When the red candlesticks are on the Heikin Ashi candlesticks, when it doesn't have a wick like this on the top side, no upper shadow, no upper wick, it means that we are indeed in a downtrend, right? Once you start to see that we start to see these small little wicks just trickling in, it means that the buyers may be stepping in and we may have a trend change, right? So as you can see, no upper wick going down, it means that we are strong. We have a strong momentum towards the downside. As you can see here, going up, no wick at the bottom of that candlestick means what? A strong uptrend. Drop a one if that makes sense. Drop a two if it doesn't. I do not mind going back and reiterating. Okay, excellent, excellent. So we're definitely all on the same page. I love that. All right, next, whenever we have small bodies like this one, where we have both a upper wick, when we have a lower wick and a upper wick, it means what? A trend change. Aside from a base, I like that. I like that a lot. Can someone tell me if we compare these Heikin Ashi candles to traditional candlesticks, what do they look like? It starts with a D. Michelle, great job. A doji candle. A doji candle means what? Why do we care about a doji candle? Indecision, right? And oftentimes off indecision, we see what? A trend change. King Lattimore, great job, brother. A reversal, a trend change. Now we finally get that trend change in direction. And as you can see, small bodies here, lots of doji candles, lots of doji candles. And what do we see? Reversal, reversal, reversal. Somebody mention base. I like that. You know, the reason why I like that is because if a stock is going up, 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 it has to what? It has to have a base. It has to chill and come right back down. And that's exactly what it did right here, right? It has to cool off, right? It has to take a rest. It got to take a break. And that's how you're able to interpret the kind of the Heikin Ashi candles. Is that consolidation? Well, yeah. If a stock is indecisive, it has to consolidate, right? So rally or drop after base, 100%. All right, next one. I have another one here, which gives you a better perspective. Just makes it a bit easier. So long green candles indicate what? Uptrend, right? If we see a small candle with both upper and lower wick, it means indecision. If we see long red candles with no upper wick, it means downtrend. Okay, so let's do a quick quiz real quick. If I have a long green candle with no lower wick, what does that mean? Is that uptrend or downtrend? Excellent job. Uptrend, right? If I have a candle that has both a upper and lower wick, what does that mean? Is that an uptrend, indecision, or you got it? Excellent. All right, we'll do one more. If we have a red candlestick, long red candlesticks, and they don't have any upper shadow or wick, that means one, strong downtrend. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's get it.